Hello everyone! We are going to make a resin palette for painting. And so we have the A crystal clear resin, and then we have the B clear epoxy. And I got all of this off of Amazon, by the way, so you can find it easily on there. Oh, this is the mold for the palette, by the way. And I have these gold flakes. Make a little razzle dazzle. And dried flowers, which you could also find on Amazon easily. And plastic cups for mixing, because you gotta like put them in evenly. Oh, and wood sticks to mix resin. And a lighter for the bubbles, which I'll show you later. Alright, so let's get started. We are going to fill each cup with A and B separately, evenly, by the way. It has to be an even amount for each. Oh, and you're not supposed to put your mouth on it and stuff. Don't do what I'm doing. I've just been doing it for a while. I've been doing it for like 2 years now. I've been using resin. But you're supposed to use gloves. I would use gloves. And maybe a mask. Don't put your face in it like what I'm doing. Oh my god. But I would find a line. That's why I'm using like rigid cups, so that way I can measure it more easily. But yeah, resin is a chemical, so it should be handled very, 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 very carefully. And now we're going to speed this up. We are just pouring in B, the epoxy clear. And someone's interrupted me. I don't like to be interrupted. Don't interrupt me. And now we're going to mix them together. Every little bit counts, because like I said, it has to be an even amount. It really does matter. And now we're mixing. Mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. Lots of mixing.
Alright guys, so you want to make sure that when you're stirring that you give yourself at least 5 minutes of stirring, depending how big the wood stick you use. And don't stir too fast, because then you're going to create tiny little bubbles. And it just depends on the quality of your resin. So you'll know you're done when there's no more like white strides when you stir. It's nothing but clear. So I'm gonna show you. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that well. I think I still have to stir though. I just want to make sure that way it will set correct. Oh, and it's actually best to use gloves, considering it is a chemical. And I'm not supposed to have my face in this, but yeah, make sure you wear gloves, a mask if you prefer, because it is a chemical. And once it's done being stirred, it takes about 20 minutes to go ahead and use it. Otherwise, it'll start to harden. So you have to use it fast.
Okay, so now for the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and pour our already pre-mixed resin. Make sure there's no like debris or anything in your resin mold. That's what I was looking for. We're gonna start off with just pouring like a little bit at a time. Make sure it evens out. And we're not gonna pour like the whole thing just yet, because we're gonna put in our little decorations and stuff to make it unique and pretty. Oh yeah. So now we have our dried flowers, which are so pretty. There's a yellow one. Look at it, look at it. It's pretty. I'm just gonna like place it. So the thing with resin, and the mold, when you're doing it and you're decorating, if you want something to face a certain way, you gotta like, you know, do it the opposite way, of course, because when you take it out, it's gonna be, well, facing down. So it's facing down right now, so when you take it out, it'll be facing up, if that makes sense. Okay, so it kind of like clumped all together, so you can use like a stick to so you can use a stick to like kind of separate everything to make it look the way you want it to look. Just like so. There we go. I want this one over here. There we go. Don't want everything in one spot. Just want it to kind of look. There we go. I don't want to mess up the flowers. Okay. There we go. And you're going to give it about 24 hours to harden. Do not touch it within those 24 hours, otherwise it'll become bendable. So it has been more than 24 hours for this to set and be completely solid. Look at that. Add this. So this is the finished product. Ooh. It's pretty. I'm just gonna make more of these. I have a new hobby, a new obsession. Yes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do decide to make it, I would love to see them, you know. I'll probably do another video on this and like do something a little more different, more creative, but yeah. Thank you for watching.